In Thailand, the official results of last weekend's elections haven't been announced, but expect big wins for the ruling party won't do anything to satisfy opposition protesters who've been holding demonstrations for months, demanding the government step down. So how is Bangkok carrying on with this ongoing political crisis? Vladimir Dutier takes a tour of the city and offers a closer look.
Despite all the political turmoil that we've been reporting on over the last couple of days, life does go on as normal for most people here. So I thought I'd take the SkyTrain just to give you a sense and a feel for what life is like in the city. I'm in the Siam district of Bangkok. This is a major thoroughfare that cuts through the heart of the city. Now, the protesters have closed this road down, so you can see it's closed to vehicle traffic, but this has been an opportunity for people who sell goods and services. They are selling everything from pots and pans over there, fruits and vegetables. You can buy meals, you can buy T-shirts, you can even buy a bulletproof vest. In the past, this area was considered ground zero for political protests in Thailand. You might remember back in 2010, this mall, the Central World Mall, with its high-end boutiques and expensive shops, was seen as representative of the deep divisions in Thai society between the haves and the have-nots. This mall was burned down once the military crackdown in 2010 began in earnest. Back then, it was pro-Shinawatra government supporters who occupied this area. Today, it's the anti-government protesters that have taken refuge here. But you can see, the mall is open and back in business. In the shadow of the Central World Mall, you can see all around me there are people that are camped out here because they fervently believe in the principles and the ideals of the anti-government protest. This is Arun. He is a rubber plantation owner. He's been here sleeping in one of these pup tents for the last 4 days because he says that whilst he's not against the Prime Minister, he doesn't hate Prime Minister Ingrid Shinawatra, he says that he's against the fact that she wanted to pass an amnesty bill, and he says that some of her policies are hurting business owners like himself. We decided to pop out of the SkyTrain because we're going a little bit further afield in Bangkok. You might be wondering why we haven't seen a lot of pro-government supporters out on the streets, and that's because typically Bangkok is considered a stronghold of the anti-government movement, whilst the pro-government supporters are typically in the northeastern part of Thailand. And if you thought that the city was going to come to a standstill because of all the protests, well, the only thing I can tell you that's stuck is us in typical Bangkok traffic. I'm standing just a short distance away from the Arun Wat, or the Temple of the Dawn, one of the most spectacular and most breathtaking monuments in all of Bangkok. As you can see, there are loads of tourists gathering on these boats, touring the city. It's probably safe to say that some of the disruptions caused by the political protests has probably not affected the itineraries of these tourists. And so, while the political situation in Bangkok may have ground to a halt, the city hasn't. Vladimir Dutier, CNN, Bangkok.